Hey guys, RockingTheBlade here once again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my top 10 movies of 2019. Yup, it's that time of year. Oh my god, this list was hard to do. There's some movies I had to leave out. And don't get me wrong, just because they didn't make the list, um, they weren't at all by any means awful. They just didn't make the list. Okay, the two that didn't make it, honorable mentions, do number 12 will be It Chapter 2. I like the first It a little bit better, but still, I enjoyed it what It Chapter 2 brought. Excellent horror film to cap off the films. Definitely check it out. And of course, number 11 will be Rise of the Skywalker. It's not as bad as everyone says it is. I still enjoy it. It's not perfect. It has its flaws, but it's not nowhere near the levels of Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones like people are making it out to be. It's still an enjoyable film. Definitely go check it out. Alright guys, so that being said, here's RTB's top 10 movies of 2019. I have my list right here. So here we go. Starting off with number 10, Captain Marvel. Now, before I go any further, let me address the elephant in the room. No, it's not because of what she said, how certain people shouldn't review certain movies. I'm not low. It's not that low because of the controversy. I felt like out of all the movies on the list, I've seen this year, it just made the top 10 because it was still a good time. I mean, it wasn't like the best thing ever did, like blow my mind, but it was a good, nowhere near as good as Wonder Woman, but it was still a good leading superior female film, regardless. And I will actually like a sequel. I want to see where they go from here now. After the events of a certain other movie that's on this list. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Had great action. Again, she was a bit stiff due to plot reasons, but when she had her time to shine with Samuel Jackson, Brie Larson's character, aka Captain Marvel, was fantastic. I just wish her and Nick Fury's character had more time to flesh out her character a bit more, but still, it was an enjoyable movie from start to finish, and I would see a sequel. I'd see where it goes from here. Had great action, great effects. I liked her character arc. My only thing, she was a bit stiff, but it was due to plot reasons, so it was forgivable. But hopefully, she comes more. Her personality shines out more now that you know who she is, and where she came from, and who she is, and her personality will shine out more in the sequel. So if they could do that, fix that, then, and also make an epic final battle. But if they could do that, then I'd definitely be on board and definitely be, excited for Captain Marvel 2. Okay, number 9, probably the surprise. I have 2 surprise hit movies on this list, and you agree with me. Number 9 is Pokemon Detective Pikachu. When I heard about this, I was like, this is gonna suck. Because don't get me wrong, we have live action stuff of popular video games and anime, and it was garbage. Like, for example, from the anime front, hello, Dragon Ball Evolution, and from the video game front, hello, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. So, it was just like, oh man. It looked pretty good, but I was worried. But then when I went to the premiere, my mom talked me to she wanted me to go because I grew up with Pokemon and stuff. I recently got back into it thanks to Koopa. She wanted me to go. Come on, let's go see it, Alex. Let's go see it. I'm like, okay, fine, mom, we'll go see it. She paid. And then I was like, kind of like, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was a well-paced story, great acting, great special effects. It was a way better than it had any right to be. I'm like, wow, am I actually enjoying this movie? Holy crap, this movie's actually pretty damn good. Wow, I'm like, this is dope. This is really dope. I'm liking this. And I'm so glad. It wasn't like a big box office hit, but it was still a hit. And I would love a sequel. Honestly, I would love a sequel. And if they don't, the fact that they pull off a hit the way they did was great. It goes to show you that Pokemon live action is possible. I love Ryan Reynolds. Of course, Ryan Reynolds is Detective Pikachu. Made this movie. It goes to show you that Ryan Reynolds is not a one-hit wonder. Because people saying, oh, he's just good as Deadpool only, and that's all he's ever good for. No. Now he's also known as not only Deadpool, but Detective Pikachu. He made that movie. He is what made that movie, and deservingly so. That movie was phenomenal from start to finish. And had a nice little plot twist. Though hardcore Pokemon fans would see it coming, I didn't, because like I said, I recently got back into Pokemon, but still. And nice little plot twist in the end, like, oh, didn't see that coming. Nice little curveball. Great acting, great effects. It's a good family movie, too. No swearing or unnecessary, like, adult jokes, from what I can remember. So it's a movie you can take to see your kids. It's an enjoyable time, and honestly, I had a great time with it. So it's definitely my surprise hit movie, one of my surprise hit movie of the years, of the year. So definitely go see Detective Pikachu. All right, number 8, another surprise one, the live action Aladdin. So a lot of people here, here it is. Like it's like either you love it or you hate it. It's just a lot of live action Disney movies. It's been like hit or miss with people. Some people, for example, love the Jungle Book and the live action Jungle Book and Cinderella, just to give you an example. And on the other spectrum, people don't like, Beauty and the Beast, and I'm trying to think of another one that didn't and the Maleficent movie is an example of what people that don't like in terms of live action Disney movies. So I was kind of worried, especially that, I grew up with, I saw the original one with Robin Williams. He would, like with Ryan Reynolds with Detective Pikachu, Robin Williams was what made Aladdin, as the genie. And I mean, I love Will Smith. Don't get me wrong. He's what made, besides Margot Robbie, he's what made Suicide Squad a good movie. I love it to being a good mindless popcorn action movie. I was still worried, but like with how each person plays Batman differently, he was doing his own interpretation of the genie with his Will Smith charms, and as the movie went on, my worries just went away. He was just he was natural. He was like for it. He wasn't trying to be Robin Williams in any way, shape, or form. He was doing his own interpretation of the genie, and I liked it. Granted, it's not as good as Robin Williams, of course. It's not going to be. You know what I mean? He knew that going in. He knew going in he was going into a losing battle. But despite that, he still put out a damn good performance, and what made the movie, like with Ryan Reynolds with Detective Pikachu, speaks volumes of how good of an actor he is. And it was still enjoying. There's a guy who doesn't like musicals. I'm the first to admit that, but it's still to be catching and singing along. Well, not singing along, but in my head, of course, enjoying the music like everyone else. I had a great time. It was funny, entertaining. The effects were good. Yeah, I mean, that one shot of the genie from the trailer looked bad at first, but as it goes on, it's like, oh, it fits rather well. You just gotta give it more time, and I enjoyed it. It was better than it had any right to be. Will Smith had some acting chops. I like the new actors as well. I like some of the new music they added as well. You didn't like Jafar. Jafar, like Robin Williams, was a better character in the cartoon. I still like Jafar's version of this movie. He felt like a character that, he was a smooth talker, silver tongue. Like, he knows what he's saying. Like, he's experienced it, so he knows what he's saying, so you gotta pay attention to what he says. So, you know what I'm saying? But still, great movie, another surprise hit of the year. Way better than I thought it was going to be. So definitely go check out the live action version of Aladdin if you haven't. Definitely. Number 7, Rocket Man. Yes, the life documentary of Sir Elton John wasn't as good as Bohemian Rhapsody, but I still enjoyed it regardless. Granted, there's scenes of him kissing dudes. I was like, I'm straight guys, like, but, that's his life. That's how he wanted to live. And it's just sad that because he, his sexuality, people were judging him and hating him for that. I'm like, so what if he likes dudes? So what? You know what I mean? But God, he had crappy parents. My mom spoiled his crappy parents. his first few relationships weren't exactly the best. He had a rough start, and it wasn't always easy for him. And the fact that he was able to pull it off, the fact that he was able to, like, do well for himself despite all the problems he was going through, shows how much a great character he was. And in fact, and the problems he did have, eventually overcame them. He's a good, definitely a good, person, and is a good singer, and just, he did the best he could under the circumstances that he was given. And I'm glad that, I like the triumphant song in the end that he does, and it was a good, like, for example, the actor who played him, I forget his name, and I myself for not knowing, because he did a great job as Elton John. And fun fact, though, that same actor sang an Elton John song in an animation movie called Sing. So and he did a great job. He sung a lot of songs. He did a great job. He was Elton John. I didn't see the actor. I felt like it was like looking at a young Elton John going through his life and career, and it was a good movie. I didn't give a crap that he was gay like other people did in the movie. It felt bad that people were just judging him based on that merit and treating him like garbage, or a piece of meat. And it's just, what I'm saying, and it's more to people than that. And just it's a good movie with a good message. I really enjoyed it, though. I mean, I'm glad I didn't enjoy the kissing scenes and the sexual scenes of the homosexuality, because I'm a straight guy. It's not really for me, but it's telling a story. It's being honest. That's how he was, and I appreciate that. It wasn't like pulling no punches. What you see, what you get, and I respect that. You know what I mean? It's not. I was like, I couldn't look at it because it's not for me, but I respect that had the balls to put it in, because that's like the one thing Bohemian Rhapsody lacks. It didn't show more of, like, Freddie Mercury's sexual life. You know what I'm saying? Where this movie had the balls, like, no, we're gonna show it, and this is how it was. And I give him the balls for showing it. That takes balls. The quote Duke Nukem, balls of steel, and they had the balls of steel to do it. Great movie, though. Great music, great acting. Go see it. You'll laugh, you'll cry. You have a great time. It's definitely gonna win some kind of Oscar, or a Golden Globe, something. Hopefully, it deserves it. Number 6, Toy Story 4. I remember like looking up IGN saying how, like, the last third act, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen had a hard time reading their lines because they were crying and having a hard time getting through it. I'm reading, I'm like, oh my god. And then when that moment happened, I did cry. But the journey along the way in Toy Story 4 was phenomenal. The animation's the best it's ever been. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are just killing it in their roles. I mean, it's like they fit into those roles like a comfortable pair of slippers. I mean, of course, Key and Peele's The Bunny and Duck was fantastic as well, being in that movie. Keanu Reeves is playing as a stuntman named Duke. Kaboom! I have his figure. Man, he's what made that movie as well. Just from start to finish, it was a great film. I laughed, I cried. And also, it showed comparisons to, like, the first Toy Story movie and Toy Story 4. Man, 25 years of, like, just improvement. Just a big difference. Just great film, great animation. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It's a great family film, like with Detective Pikachu. And, and the live-action Aladdin as well. Go see it. If you have kids, go see it. If you're a big Toy Story fan, do yourself a favor. Go see it. It's probably one of the best, my favorite one. And I do agree with one comment, I think, with Walter from Channel Awesome, that it was an unnecessary sequel. And in a way, yeah, he's right. But I'm still glad I didn't phone it in. It was still a great sequel, despite it not really being needed. Great movie. Go see it. Okay, next one. Number 5. The top 5 here. John Wick Chapter 3. Just more of Keanu Reeves just being John Wick badass. Excellent gunfights. Excellent fight choreography. I mean, it's directed and filmed by a stuntman, so of course that's why it looks so damn excellent. Go see it. I mean, I cannot recommend it enough. I mean, my God, the action was great. The acting was great. Had some funny moments. they're doing part 4 with the Matrix 4, so that's a thing that's happening. And he even says he's gonna keep doing it as long as fans keep watching and enjoying. He's gonna keep doing it. So we might get another trilogy of John Wick movies, which I'm like, hell yes. I even bought online a John Wick shirt, which I saw online like that had my size from Shark Robots. I'm like, ooh, can't wait to show it off when it comes. But that's how much I love these damn movies. And I'm definitely looking forward to John Wick 4. Oh, God, I just can't wait. Looks great movie. Great movie. I cannot recommend it enough. Just, it deserves to be on its list. The gunfights, the fight choreography, just the stunt work is just amazing. I mean, Keanu Reeves is like not half-assing. He's putting in 110% to this movie, and is deserving why it's on number 5. Number 4, okay, Shazam. This movie was just great. It was different. It went in the direction of superhero films that you wouldn't expect, but in a good way. I enjoyed it from start to finish. I love the kid actor. I love the actor who played Shazam. I mean, he really bulked up, because people think, oh, it's the costume. No, the dude bulked up. He was big. I mean, I love the main antagonist as well. I love the little Easter eggs that they sprinkled into the movie. I mean, it was a fun from start to finish. Even a surprisingly good kid film. It showed foster parents in a positive light, because most of the other films have been negative. Finally, in a positive light. Great action from start to finish. Great effects. Part 2's been confirmed, which it deserves. So, granted, it was like a runaway hit, but like with Detective Pikachu, it was a hit, and hopefully it'll make $1 billion on the next one, because it deserves it. Because damn, that movie is the shit. It was great. I definitely recommend seeing Shazam if you haven't seen it. Number 3, Spider-Man Far Away From Home. Number 3. It wasn't as good as Spider-Man 2 or Into the Spider-Verse, but still my 3rd favorite Spider-Man movie. Well acted, well directed. Mysterio is probably one of my favorite villains in the Spider-Man movies thus far. I mean, damn, he was like so damn good. And I love it's obvious for Spider-Man fans. Is he gonna be bad? Is he gonna be good? Is he, from another dimension? It's kind of obvious. I mean, I'm kind of revealed a spoiler there, but Mysterio fans, we know, but I mean, if you look at the comic books orders of Spider-Man, you know already. Like, yeah, I figured, but it's still great acting, great effects. Mary Jane's more likable this time, because I didn't like her in the first movie. But this time they make her more likable. Like, okay, now I can see how the relationship can be a thing now. And it had great action. I like how he dressed as a different character. He dressed differently, and the name is funny name. He wore his black suit and I think Spider Monkey or something like that. That became a Funko too. That's not hilarious. It was funny, action packed, lots of twists in the end, especially the ending, which I won't spoil. Certain character shows up, and the ending was like, makes you want to see Spider-Man 3. And thank God Marvel and Sony worked things out, because I would hate for it to end the way it did. But thankfully they worked things out. There will be another Spider-Man movie under the Marvel Cinematic Universe banner. Thank the Lord. I cannot wait to see what's coming up next. So for that, I'm really excited. Next one, number 2, The Joker. Whatever awards it gets, it fucking deserves. I know Joaquin Phoenix got a Golden Globe for The Joker. He deserves it. From start to finish, it'll keep on the edge of your seat. It's surprisingly funny at moments, dark, edgy. I mean, this movie is all that in the bag of chips. It deserves all the praise it's getting, and then some. It references other classic movies. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix, like with Heath Ledger's Joker, puts his heart and soul into this movie. He commands your attention in every single scene. It was way better than Eddie Wright to be, and it hit over $1 billion despite not being in China, showing that the Hollywood machine, that we don't really need to bow to China's dictatorship. We can make $1 billion despite of them. And I'm really glad it happened. We can show, hey, we don't need China. Look, the Joker made $1 billion. We don't need them. It's a great movie. Go see it. It deserves all the praise. Don't listen to the haters. You gotta see it for yourself. It deserves your attention. All of it. It deserves it. And finally, number one, it's kind of obvious, Avengers Endgame. I mean, I thought there's no way they're going to top. Infinity War was like, wow, there's no way they're going to top this. And they did. They topped it in the most fantastical way possible. I mean, all your favorite characters had a cool moment here and there. Granted, I mean, they could only do so much because there's so many characters. But it's despite what they were able to pull off, what they were able to do was phenomenal. I liked Fat Thor. I love his arc in the movie, believe it or not. Granted, it was funny and I thought it was like ugh at first, but I grew into liking it after a while. Captain America had his badass moment. So did Iron Man. So did Spider-Man. Doctor Strange 2. Black Panther fans are gonna be happy. I mean, everyone had their cool moments. Thanos was badass as ever. I mean, character arcs for certain characters you're gonna love. You're gonna love the fighting, the effects. I mean, it is deserving all the praise. That's why it beat Avatar in the box office as the #1 most made movie of all time. It beat it by 6 million. It deserves it because it is just awesome from start to finish. I mean, it had me on especially the third act. The money, the third act alone is worth everything. Everything. It's just the action's great. I mean, the act. I mean, Iron Man, Tony Stark, and Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, Captain America, put their heart and soul into this movie. I mean, the guy who played Thanos. I mean, he is like my favorite Marvel villain to date. I mean, they broke the trend of like bad Marvel movie villains because he was like phenomenal. I mean, you hang on to every word he says and every action that he does. I mean, he was fantastic. I mean, especially the third act has you on the edge of your seat, wondering will they succeed or will they fail again? And left that up in the air, like we don't know what's gonna happen. And I loved every single moment. Every single moment of it. You will laugh, you will cry. I mean, it's Marvel. It's Marvel at its best, man. It is Marvel at its best. Kevin Feige, thank you. Russo brothers, thank you for making such an incredible, unforgettable movie-going experience for me and the rest of the Marvel fans. That's why, in my opinion, Marvel's Endgame is the best movie of 2019. If you haven't seen it, which I'm pretty sure most of you have, but if you're still wondering or on the fence about it, go see it. It's definitely worth your hard-earned money. Alright guys, that's the list. I hope you enjoy it. Please, as always, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope you guys again real soon. Peace out. Have a great day, and I can't wait to see what's coming up for movies in 2020. Till then, peace out.